What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Brian's Beverage Corner. Today, my crew is a little shortened. I have Eric, as always, and I have Ed, as always. So today, we'll be talking about, let's talk about what we talked about last week. Okay. So last week, we did styles of beer. We did 5 beers, all different styles, and we compared 2 different sours in the beginning and end. Today, we're going to talk about seasonal beers. So basically, beers that only come out at certain times of the year, or they're not always available year-round. Like, they might be a rotational thing, a once-a-year thing, a twice-a-year thing, or a quarterly. So the 4 beers we have today are, the first beer we have today is 21st Amendment's Hell or High Watermelon. It is their summer seasonal, but it came out this week.
Very special.
It is their wheat beer brewed with watermelon.
Ooh.
At 4.9%.
Josh from Monument was praising about that on Instagram. He was like, got the order. I'm pretty sure, at least.
So 21st Amendment Brewery is out of how would you pronounce that?
San Jose.
San Leandro.
San Leandro, California. So their theme, if you ever see their cans, 21st Amendment's theme is very, like, patriotic. I know they have the Brew Free or Die IPA with
the Washington, or not the...
with Mount Rushmore on it.
Mount Rushmore.
They have the Brew Free or Die, the I think it's a black IPA with Paul Revere on it. So this one has the Statue of Liberty.
It's really cool.
On it. It's pretty cool. I like this. I've had this one before. So this one is a watermelon. It's classified as a watermelon beer because obviously it is brewed with watermelon. And you can smell it right away too. I smelled it as I poured it.
There are so many people who say this is...
This is my fafavorite watermelon beer that's made right now. Not many places do it.
I don't think I've had one
until the summer, but 21st Amendment does it really, really well. And as you can see in the start, super light, little hazy, little see-through.
Yeah, that fruit's
If you
very
smell it, the fruit is very potent on the aroma.
It smells like a cider or like a champagne or something.
It will not taste like that, though.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying what it smells like.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Tastes like candy.
This can...
I like it.
Because sometimes the watermelon's like a little bit diluted in some and more in others. This one actually has a decently strong watermelon flavor to it. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like, I would compare it to like watermelon bubble tape.
Yeah.
Where it's a little dry.
I was thinking Hubba Bubba. Like
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like...
It's almost like a bubble gum, like a watermelon
like
bubble gum.
Mm-hmm. Like,
not
it's
super
like
sugary, but...
Sweet.
Yeah.
But it's just that hint of like juice
it's
from a watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Sweet
good.
Juice.
Some other places do watermelon beers, and either there's not enough flavor in it, or it tastes like super, super sugary. The balance in the 21st Amendment is on point. I don't think anyone else right now. I mean, I haven't tried any other watermelon beers in a while. Have even come close to what 21st Amendment does.
I think it's because it's actually refreshing. Like some of them that try to taste like something else, it's like too thick or too light and it doesn't taste good. This one, I could actually drink it and feel like, you drink a whole glass of water and you're like, I actually get that when I drink this shit.
So like I said, at 4.9%, this will be a very light, very easy drinking beer. Something that they brew this specifically for like the warmer weather, that you can go outside, enjoy this at a barbecue, or if you're sitting on the porch by the pool, like depending on where you are, so that you can enjoy it. You're not going to have like a harder hitting heavy beer or a very high ABV with this because they want you to be able to have a couple. So in the stores, I know where we got it as a single can just because the store is big enough. Most places will only have the 6-packs. Mm-hmm. Some will have the 6-packs and the 15-packs. So if you really like it, you can get a whole like half case of it. And they're actually they're good pricing. If I'm not mistaken, a 6-pack's like $9.99, $10.99. I don't think it's that expensive, to be honest. I'd have to look into the price though to be 100% sure. But I know at my store, I think it's $9.99 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, and for what it is, that's very good.
So the next beer we have, unlike the Hell or High Watermelon, which will come out for a long period of time during the year. So this comes out like beginning of spring, and this will be available till like the end of the summer.
Yeah, it's got a good demand.
It'll be all like warmer weather and stuff like that. The next beer we're gonna have is gonna be the Enjoy By series. This is specifically Enjoy By 420 by Stone Brewing. Sorry. So Stone Brewing. This is brewed and canned by Stone Brewing, in Escondido, California, and Richmond, Virginia. So for the 420, this is their devastatingly dank double IPA. So originally, when the Enjoy By series came out, they did it for every major holiday. Nowadays, there's only 4, so I call it a quarterly beer. They do 420, July 4th, Halloween, and New Year's. So the one before this one was the Enjoy By 1119. It was their Brute IPA, so it was very dry, very like crisp IPA. Whereas this dank IPA is going to be super hazy. The smell you're going to get, the aroma is going to be super potent. And I've had this one before already. I bought a 6-pack of it. 6-packs run for, I think these are 12, no, I think it's like $13 or $14.99 a 6-pack. This beer is a lot stronger than the first one, coming in at 9.4%.
So this one you could chug in a pool, no problem. Maybe slow down with the one that we have now.
As always, I do an ABV order, so at 9.4 being the second lowest, you could obviously tell that these are not... We went away from chugging beers right away. Although I wouldn't chug the Hell or High Watermelon either.
No, but you easily could.
And on the side, so like Enjoy By used to have... I know for when they used to do the Valentine's one, that was always like a chocolate porter or a chocolate stout, and it was a red bottle. That's cool. Now it's all green, and then they just do the bottom a little bit differently. And this says, welcome, you can probably see it here, welcome to the dank side. For all you Star Wars fans that want to go to the dark side, you can now go to the dank side as well. So right away on the smell,
very good.
you get very hoppy, very, very nice smell actually.
Yeah, because like we smelled hoppy beers in the past, but this one's not as pronounced as those last ones, in my opinion.
Wait till you taste it.
It's smooth.
The hops will be very pronounced in the
smelling.
taste, though. Mm-hmm. But it's really good, so enjoy, guys.
Ooh, yeah.
So you can taste that hops.
Wow.
Definitely more hops in the taste than the smell.
Hoppy as a motherfucker.
So these beers, the Enjoy By series, are brewed not to last. They are brewed specifically to last for a short period of time, so that the flavor you get out of the beer can be enjoyed at its prime or peak like lifespan. They used to do, I don't know if they still do, I know they did years ago, they also did an Enjoy After series where they used hops and yeast that aged over time. And basically, the last one I think was actually Enjoy After 420 in 2017. And that one was differently. You bought it way early and you let it age, bottle age, for about half a year. And then you can pop it open and enjoy. I mean, you can drink it anytime you want. They just put the label to recommend. I have seen stores that still have the Enjoy By like the January 1st, and I saw someone that had the July 4th one. Little concerning because it's not meant to be drank that far afterwards. But hey, if you like it, you like it. You know, I love the Enjoy By series. I haven't had a bad one yet.
This is good. It'll mess you up though. Just by drinking it.
Two of these will get you feeling good. The next beer we're gonna do is a limited release beer by Half Acre called Navaja. So that'll be this one. I love the can on this one.
So
by the way, I just want to show you guys too.
Yeah, it's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we always talk about the artwork that goes into the cans, and obviously, like I said, the 21st Amendment, a lot of patriotic stuff, a lot of like historical figures. I know they have a can with Ben Franklin on it. I think he's naked on it too.
Good stuff.
And he has hops like covering his nips
it's
and
sexy
shit.
Man.
Nice. Stone has the gargoyle on all their cans, and like depending on, and then their color scheme is like all across the board depending on what beer it is. Half Acre Brewing, by the way, which is out of Chicago, Illinois. Their seasonal beers are really good, and this can is dope. This can is metal as fuck.
I don't need to know anything about it. I buy it.
So this is their double IPA, Navaja. This is their seasonal for the spring. I feel like this also came out like at the end of the summer, but I'm pretty sure for their limited releases they do it twice. They do them twice a year. So this beer comes in at 10% flat, so not much higher than the Enjoy By. I've never had this beer, by the way. So this is my first time. I got so excited.
It's my favorite.
Because I tried ordering this the first time it was available, and I wasn't able to get it. And this time around, my distributor was able to get me 2 cases of it. I'm making sure Eric can't drive home tonight.
Good man.
Oh, boy.
There you go, Ed.
Oh,
So what do you guys see on first look, first smell, first everything? What do you?
It looks clearer than I thought. It's not as see-through.
It's got a nice golden
Smells
color
great.
to it.
I'll tell you.
Oh my gosh.
It smells
so good.
Same, smooth, hoppy, not too
not
hoppy.
Not as
Yeah, I was
potent
gonna say,
as
not as
the other one. The other one's more
not as potent as the
more
Enjoy
hoppy,
By.
though.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get this taste going.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Wow, that is really good.
It's interesting.
Nice smooth double IPA. Little citrus to it. I don't know if it says what hops are in this one.
I expected it to be heavier. It's not that bad.
We've come to learn that the heavier or like more alcoholic beers tend to be very smooth and
Yeah, it was
not
a lot more smooth than I thought.
not as harsh. Some triple IPAs that are high percentages, actually, especially if their IBUs are like really high, are kind of rough on like the mouthfeel. But for 10%, I could drink this like at dinner.
Good, yeah.
I would have this with dinner. I would have this like watching the game. I know like March Madness is on right now, and it's like towards the tail end of the season, so unfortunately you don't have a lot of time left. But I would sit and watch the games with this.
And it has a nice, like, interesting aftertaste that I have no idea what it is, but it's just different from the hop feeling from that one.
If they used multiple types of hops, that aftertaste you're getting is probably the second round of hops.
Okay.
Or the first round, depending on how the flavor, like palate works out.
I like it.
But it's really good.
Yeah.
Half Acre makes a lot of really good limited or special releases. They had one called Wand. It was a really interesting can. I wish I still had it. It was like a black matte can with like almost like a little like blue orange like crystal on it. And it was really pleasing to look at. And then they had Deep Space, which was another double IPA, and it was all like galaxy and like space themed, and it was really nice. I'm sorry. Like as far as seasonal beers go, like it's interesting because we actually picked 4 different styles of seasonal because we have specifically a specific season beer, a quarterly beer, a limited release, and then like a once a year make. If I can have your bottle opener. I tried to pick beers that are very iconic in the craft beer world as being known as seasonal or like a limited release beer.
Did you hear about?
So like Enjoy By is like always like a crowd pleaser. Everyone always wants it. So this next beer we have is by Founders Brewing from Grand Rapids, Michigan. They make 2 different major stouts a year. One is called CBS or Canadian Breakfast Stout,
I have some of that.
and the other one is this one, which is KBS or Kentucky Breakfast Stout. So just off the bat, highly acclaimed KBS, a flavored stout, is good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. Ale brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. So this comes out once a year. It
This
comes
stuff
out
goes quick.
goes quick. A lot of people like it. It is vintaged, so every year it may be a little different depending on the way they make it. So this is the 2019 vintage. I got it at my store last week, so it's only like a week or so old. A lot of people buy these and age them for a year. They'll buy the big bottle, they'll let it sit for a year, and then when the next one comes out, they'll buy another one and drink the one from the year before. So, like I said, it is a stout, so it'll come out super dark. What sets it aside from the CBS, so this is like chocolate coffee aged in a bourbon barrel. The CBS will have hints of maple syrup and bacon.
Yeah, it'll
If
definitely
I'm not mistaken, there's a little bit of bacon.
Because I've had the one in my garage for like a year and a half probably, from when I bought it that one time.
Now, the KBS is a lot stronger. It comes in at 12.2%, so this is a heavy hitter. And just to give like prices again, just so like if you want to go out and buy these, because I highly recommend all 4 of these. The Hell or High Watermelon will probably be the cheapest, coming in at like $9.99, $10.99 for a 6-pack, depending on where you go.
And you'll be able to find that anywhere.
And you'll find this anywhere. The Stone Enjoy By, you'll also pretty much find anywhere. That comes out for I think $13.99 or $14.99, like a 6-pack. I could be wrong.
It sounds right.
It's anywhere between $12.99 and $14.99, but that's the price range you're looking at. The Half Acre was $13.99 or $12.99. I know, like for a fact, it's one or the other. And the KBS, my store specifically for Bottle King, we sell the small bottles at $5.49 a bottle, and the big guys at $16.99. So decently priced, because I did see it somewhere else for like $20, which I thought was a little crazy, but it all depends on like people's pricing. So I've also never had the KBS, I've been recommended it.
Oh, you've never had it?
I've never had it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm not like I always say this. I'm not much of a stout drinker. Recently, I've had a lot of stouts prove me wrong.
But from what I've heard, you're gonna love this.
So you can already see as I pour this.
Dark.
It's dark. It's dark. This is like drinking looks like drinking like black coffee.
It's like a black hole.
Ooh. Yeah. There's
But,
that cacao, that coffee smell.
Woo! Oh, that smells so good.
It literally smells like this almost reminds me of like a Dunkachino, like that hot chocolate coffee combination.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. And if you can look, this has a decent head on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Not too crazy, not too big, but just enough.
You said it was chocolate and coffee, right?
Chocolate and coffee aged in a bourbon barrel.
That
So
smells so good.
get a taste on that, fellas. Oh yeah,
That's smooth.
Oh, that's so
super
sweet.
smooth. You would not even know that this was 12% if you didn't. It's so smooth.
God.
You would not think you're drinking a strong beer. This beer will put you on your ass.
Dude, that
If you drink this way too fast.
that chocolate coming in right at the end is so perfect.
Right?
Like it
I
hits
totally
you,
agree.
That coffee never hits you too hard, and you come in, and it tastes very good. And then you get the sweetness of the chocolate coming at the end. Yeah, you'd never think this was that hard.
It's really good.
So good.
I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a stout drinker, I would go out and at least try it as a seasonal beer.
It's so
I think what I would do, though, is I would buy this and let it bottle age for like a couple months before I open it.
It would
Where it's at is
yeah.
really good, and like I said, it probably got bottled it was bottled in February. It says on the bottle.
It'll definitely bring
Bottled
out the
February
flavors.
11th. So it's been bottle aging for a little under 2 months, like a month and a half maybe. I would let it sit until obviously with the summer coming up, I'd probably let it sit all summer and open it when the weather started getting colder.
It'd be perfect, yeah.
And it would be perfect. But the way it is right now, honestly, is amazing.
You can only imagine after time that the flavor would set in even more. And it'll probably be even
Look at this.
sweeter.
Their cap even has barrel age series
Dude, that's awesome.
printed inside it.
Cool.
I'm gonna keep that cap actually. So, looking at the seasonal beers, is there any one in particular that you guys feel like you would drink more often than it is produced?
For me, it would be the first one with the watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be the one that I have regularly.
Why?
For me, it's the pleasing, like, fruity. Like, I'm more of, like, that kind of flavor kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't want to go too strong. Like, I don't want to go, like, too hard, too fast with most of these. That being said, though, the KBS would probably be my second choice.
Okay.
For me, it's more about, like, the smooth and flavor experience.
Yeah.
Because, like, these two were good, but I'm not always crazy about if there's too much hops or if it's, like, way too pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm more of a smooth guy, so that's why I went with these two, because this was, like, smooth coffee. That one was smooth, fruity watermelon.
Ed?
I'd probably say I agree with that 100%. If that was all year, any time, you could do that no matter what. It's smooth, water, tastes great. I'd say that one, though, if that was around all the time.
Which one? The Navajo?
Yeah. Anytime I could just go in and be like, I feel like that today. Kind of like, because it's way smoother than it smells. It tastes great, and it's high ABUs. So I'd be like, all right, let's get a
It's a
little.
good price too.
Yeah,
It really is a good price.
Very good. I was surprised by it.
I gotta
That's the
give
best
it.
part.
I gotta give it to all these breweries because I've had seasonal beers from from all four of these breweries. Besides what's on the table right now, for Founders, I've had like their Azteca is a seasonal. They have like a mosaic one. I forget the full name of it. That one was really good. Half Acre, the Gone Away, which I think is now a year round like a year round beer. But when it was a seasonal, I loved it a lot. The Wand was good. The Deep Space was good. I bought those both at the same time. Stone, I love Stone.
Yeah, they
were the first
disappoint.
when I first started drinking like craft beer. Stone was the first major like IPA that I fell in love with, and still to this day, like I always recommend like a lot of Stone products to people. I actually have seasonals of theirs in my fridge still. I have Grapefruit Slam. Came out a couple months ago.
So good.
That one was really good.
So
if you like grapefruit, the Grapefruit Slam was amazing. I know right now they have a Russian stout out that's really popular. And they also do the Enter Night Pilsner, which is a collaboration with Metallica. That's super popular right now. If you're a beer drinker and you like very, very light beer, go out for the Enter Night because a lot of places are carrying that right now. And it's a really good beer. From what I'm told, it's something everyone should like at least try once. 21st Amendment, their regular series beers are like fantastic, like as it is. Their seasonal beers, this one, the Hell or High Watermelon, the Blood Orange Brew Free or Die, are really good.
You can't go wrong with those.
Like,
Absolutely.
I love beer, and it's a little biased for me because I'll talk up any brewery because every brewery does something really, really well. But these 4 breweries really stand out. Another one, just to give a shout out to, is Dogfish Head. Their seasonals are fantastic. Like, every seasonal I've ever had by them. Right now, it's the Dragonberry Yum Yums. It's a collaboration with some jam band. I forget what it's called. Don't laugh. It's really good. Like, definitely go out and try it. It comes like
such
a
a good
pink.
name.
It comes out in like a pink 6-pack.
That's awesome.
And last year, I had it last year, and I put down a whole 6-pack in a night at a party.
Woo.
And it wasn't a high ABV either. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 or 7%. Like, nothing too crazy.
It's also you. I mean, you can drink.
Yeah, it's me. I didn't drive that night.
Nah, you're fine.
But I gotta give it to these breweries for their seasonal beers. These are 4 that I picked out specifically for the show. Founders, the KBS. I'm actually gonna have a little bit more of this one.
Damn right you
It's
are.
really, really good.
All of them are fantastic.
They're all really good.
In their
But
own
I
way.
was
The best
surprised
part.
how good the KBS is, and I can see why it's so
What did I
highly
say?
recommended.
What did I say? I was
No,
like,
I know.
by far
Ed
the
got
most
super
fucking
excited when I
best.
told him we were doing this
I
one.
knew it. Especially because I know you didn't have it yet. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
baby.
Ed loves when I find stuff that I never had before.
Love it, because you're a connoisseur.
And I can honestly say, and I'm not like joking or anything or like even being like, I don't know, like showing off.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say, besides maybe like going for tailgating and stuff, I have not bought the same beer twice, except for a single. Since I got into craft beer like 3, oh my god, how, I'm 21, I'm 23 now. Yeah, like 2 years. When I started working at Bottle King about 3 years ago, a little less
Yeah.
than 3 years ago,
Yeah,
because I turned 24 in like
it's
3
basically
weeks.
3.
Ever since I've been 21 and I started working at a liquor store, I was tasting craft beer and I really liked it and I really got into it and I took a class on it and everything and I really appreciated everything. And as my palate expanded, I always wanted to try something new. I never wanted to buy the same thing twice. And there are seasonals that are really good that, you know, I have skipped out on because I've had them before and I want to try something else. But there are still beers that I would say every year, every season it comes out is still definitely a good buy, like no matter what. Mm-hmm. And these 4 are just some prime examples. So to end the show, we're gonna do some last comments on the beers, and that's our show today. So Eric, any last final comments? Anything you want to say to the breweries?
How do you feel? What's
How do you
your
feel?
favorite?
What do you think?
Yeah, they're all really good.
Would you want to drink them
Yeah.
all? Chug them right
Hell or
now?
High Watermelon's probably my favorite of the day today, still. Just because I like that smooth, fruity flavor.
I mean, you can have the rest of it if you want.
There's a little bit left in there if you want.
You can do that.
There's not a lot left.
No, it was very smooth, and I've heard about it so much. I've never actually had it, and having it, I was like, oh, I get it. I get what people are saying. If you're bringing that out at like, say you're going to a tailgate and it's 12 o'clock, I could drink that no problem and just sip that for hours.
Yeah.
It'd be completely fine. You won't get too drunk. It'll quench your thirst a little bit. You feel good. I feel like this is great. You know, I'm sitting at home. It's a little hoppier. I'm getting a nice taste. I know a bunch of people who would die for this. So good.
It is, just to let you guys know at home as well, every Enjoy By is different. They're never the same. The style might be similar every year, but specifically each beer is a different style. Mm-hmm. I know the July 4th one was this past year, was a unfiltered, filtered IPA. It came out hazy, but was still filtered. And then the January 1st was a Brute, and then this one was a Dank.
And eventually you'll try to get all of them, probably, right? Because I've never.
I would
had
love
any
to do a
of them,
show with
so-
all 4 of them, but because of the way it's brewed,
Well, I meant
it's
at
not
the
really
time.
fair.
Like eventually on the
Oh,
show,
yeah.
we'll have them that way
I'll probably do them as they come out.
So that'd be pretty cool.
As long as they're available. Well, they should be available where I'm at.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. Any last comments?
I like them all, man. I mean, they're all different in their own way. That's the best part.
Yeah.
And I think what I like the most is, like, besides that one, because you smell it and it smells amazing, tastes amazing. All these, like this one, smell smooth and underlying, and then I tasted it and it was a little more hoppy, and I liked that. And then that one was like, it had a little more hoppy like that one, a little less, and then I tasted it had a different kind of hop to it.
Yeah,
so it was interesting.
I agree with that.
And I mean, that baby over there, come on. Tastes like a s'mores pie. And amazing. So,
good.
I mean, you definitely had some good choices. I'm all about it.
I'm glad you guys liked them. Jason's not here, so he's not going to tell you to like and subscribe and hit the bell.
He
always
doesn't
does.
like
if
us.
you want to, go for it. But the one thing I will, like, I'm going to start pushing now every episode is if you like this video, like, please, like, tag the breweries in it. I want them to see this. I want them to see their products being, like, shown.
And definitely tell us if you bought these.
Yeah, and let us know, like, your experience
makes us know
with
if
these
you
beers.
like them or not.
If there's one thing I really want to get out of this show, like, I'm not looking for anything extravagant, but I just want to know the breweries are seeing that their product is being enjoyed and that their product's being advertised without them having to do extra work. You know, I really believe that the beers should speak for themselves, and on this show they really do. Mm-hmm. And I pick randomly. You'll see in next week's episode, when we bought the beers in the next week's episode, Ed actually, because we already bought them.
It was absolutely impromptu.
They were super random. Like, Ed, literally, I walked down an aisle, Ed told me to stop, right or left, and I picked something random just because that was what was there.
As fuck.
Super improvised.
But it was great.
But we had a lot of fun. There's only one beer I picked that was specifically, like, I was like, I have to do this brewery because I haven't given them enough love yet.
But it's great because you find that my favorite thing is always finding the diamond in the rough. So you find a bunch of shit that's like, I've never heard anyone say anything about this. And then you drink it and you're like, oh my god, I have to tell everyone how good it is.
And honestly, if you guys have recommendations for stuff that we haven't caught on with yet, please let us know.
Yeah, seriously.
We can't find anything. We can't find everything.
Like, there's been very few comments like on the videos lately. Like, please, like, reach out to us. Like, we want to know what you guys want to see, what we can change to make your experience better, and it just makes the show more fun in general, especially when we can, like, contribute to what you guys do and you contribute to what we do. But until next time, I'm Brian.
Eric.
I'm Ed.
And this has been Brian's Beverage Corner. Please drink responsibly and have a great day.
Bye.
Peace.